I had barely explained things to the intern and moved on to my own work when a mail from Ma popped up threateningly in my inbox. It was simple and brief and grammatically precise, as everything she writes always is. Each sentence began with a capital letter, the full stops and commas were in their proper places, and I even spotted a semicolon somewhere. Basically, it said that if I was interested, there were dates beginning next month on the GRE schedule. She had apparently been looking at some colleges abroad with good English programs and had written to a few of them for brochures, so I should have a look at those too. A list followed. Meanwhile, there was no harm in my visiting USEFI, which was right next to my office anyway, and picking up an application form for the exam. She'd buy me the test prep book, and with my intelligence, it would be a snap. Besides, Arshi, even if you don't want to study further this year, I believe the GRE scores are valid for about 5 years, so you can save them till you're ready to go. But I really think you should do this. I stuck out my tongue at the monitor, subtle as a battle axe, my mother. After I told her and told her again that I didn't want to take the test. Well, it's not like she didn't have a point. The score would be valid for a while, though I would check again myself to see whether it was 5 years or less. And I didn't want to be stuck here in a PR job for the rest of my life, unhappy while my friends moved on with their degrees and promotions and high-flying careers. But then the job was finally going well, and I could always quit and find myself another one, as a journalist perhaps, or in publishing, or I could teach, seeing how I had my master's in everything. Or would I need a PhD to teach? Whatever it was, there had to be other options. I loved living in Delhi. I loved living in India, where everything was changing so rapidly. I mean, I remember only about 8 or 9 years ago when PVR Saket was an old rundown theatre called Anupam. When Saket itself was the back of beyond and McDonald's was something you dreamed about when you envisioned abroad. Everything was happening here now. There were a million acceptable career options apart from the doctor, engineer, civil servant triangle. Besides, I admitted reluctantly to myself, what if Kabir fell madly in love with me and we started to date? I'd definitely not want to leave him. Just then, Arjun Singh, one of the designers whose show it was, called me. I could never think of him as plain old Arjun. In my head, he was Arjun Singh. He was not terribly attractive, but he had the most pleasant temperament ever and was very definitely gay. He was a bit of a people collector too. Everyone who came into his orbit and was funny and intelligent and attractive was instantly his new best friend. I had a feeling I had been collected too. Not that I minded. He hosted the most lavish parties, attended by beautiful, shiny people who drank beautiful, shiny alcohol and wore beautiful, shiny clothes. My darling, you're like a kingfisher, my beautiful, naughty kingfisher. He crooned over the phone. I've been trying and trying to call you, my kingfisher, but your phone has been unavailable all morning. That's impossible, I said, smiling into the phone. It's hard not to smile when someone's calling you a kingfisher. Try it sometime. I've been receiving calls all morning, Arjun. You must have dialed the wrong number. There was a loud sniff at the other end. Arjun Singh was prone to morning colds, something he had told me about over a cigarette we had shared after a meeting, as if it was a big secret. That's why I can never spend the night at anyone's house, darling. I get so insecure about my face in the morning. It gets all swollen and puffed up, and my eyes are watery, and I keep sneezing on and on. That's awful, I had said, truly sympathetic, because I was no stranger to being insecure in the mornings. I hate the way I look in the morning. Voice hoarse from too many cigarettes, usually sniffling, eyes swollen. Arshi, he said, I would really like to go over the model list for the show. The model list? You're supposed to arrange your own models? No, silly. Where's your head today? I mean the models who are coming for my show. The invitees.